For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, episode 79. Today we're going to talk about how much money you're leaving on the table. Yes, how much money you're leaving on the table. But first, thanks for all the comments from last week's episode. Appreciate it. Level 10. 10, right? Am I doing that right, Taz? 10, right? Level 10. So here's the problem. I'm looking at all this data of all of our coaching clients earning well over $400,000 a year on average, ridiculous amounts of money. And yet, as I look at the data, I was scratching my head talking to our coaches council, our coaches saying, even our best clients, they're losing more money than they're making. They're leaving an enormous amount of money on the table. You know what I'm talking about. Here's the deal. You ready? Our numbers, right? We look at the numbers, data, like what are our clients doing? How many appointments? How many leads? You know, we look at everything, the data. So talk to me analytically or listen to me analytically. No emotion here. Consider the following. You ready? We know that all the money is made in follow-up. You know it, and I know it. All the money is made in follow-up. Let me give you some numbers, though. You ready? Our studies show that right now 5.6% of your leads are converted on the first contact. 5.6% of all your leads are converted on the first contact. Hey, I'm interested. Boom. Let's go. They buy a house. They list with you. They engage. Life is good. 5.6%. 68%, this is going to make some of you throw up in your mouth, 68% convert between 8 and 12 conversations. 68% of all of the potential customers you interact with, you would call them a lead, convert 68% after 8 to 12 conversations. And the reason why this is so stressing me, and I mean positive stress, because I'm thinking to myself, you and my clients are wildly successful and you're losing a fortune. And here's why. Our median amongst all of our coaching members is actually 5.2. I don't know how you do a 0.2 conversation. You call somebody, you go, hey Dan, click, and you just hang up. That's a 0.2. But the average is 5.2 contacts once the lead has been established. So let's look at the numbers. 5.6 convert after, boom, you have one conversation, leaving you with an enormous opportunity. 68% convert between 8 and 12 conversations. Between 8 and 12 conversations, contacts. That could be a text, that could be an email, but it's an exchange. It's not you send an email or you send a mailer or you send a text. They are in dialogue with you on Facebook, text message, I don't care, but there's an exchange of conversation. That's a conversation. 8 to 12 of them, and our extraordinary clients are at 5.2, which tells me your upside opportunity is ginormous. Are you with me on this? Ask yourself this question. Be honest. Leads come in, opportunities come in, and you and I both know it shows up like this. Nothing, 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 8. Nothing, 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 5, right? And you can go days with no activity, and then all of a sudden, it's like grapes, like nothing, or like bunny rabbits, 2, 20, right? Like that's how it works. Understanding that, if I'm following up and I get that one hot one and I've got 17 or 18 that, you know, I'm not as aggressive on, I follow up, I get the one going, I start nurturing, you know, my escrow and my deal, right? And then I go back to the well and maybe I follow up or I don't because I did another open house or I did another mailer and all of a sudden, boop, another bunch of leads come in. I take the one or two. All the money, all the opportunity to grow your business is in the ones you don't reach immediately. Does that make sense? Like, that's the shift I want you to think about. Here's my coaching. You ready? The first question is why? So let's look tactically, right? If you don't have a long-term follow-up campaign in place, if you don't have a system or a process, which we're going to talk about, to follow up on these, you're going to basically skim from the top, cherry pick. I'm trying to think of all the other terms that people use, right, Brandon? Like, you know, cherry pick the Glengarry leads, the best opportunities, right? I got Brandon on my sales team. I was watching like, oh yeah, like, have you been there before? I'm going to punch you in the face, right? I'm going to punch you in the face, but I appreciate your honesty, right? So everybody's been there before. You get a bunch of leads, you find the one or two that you like or the one or two that engage with you, but all the money's over here. That's why I'm telling you, you're losing way more money than you're earning. You're probably, let's say you're making 100, you're leaving $300,000 on the table because the money, 68% of all leads convert after 8 to 12 conversations. 8 to 12 conversations. And our clients are at 5.2 on average, which tells me again, nothing but upside potential for you and for everyone watching. So why? Right? No long-term follow-up campaign, right? Contactually, think of any CRM you want, but like we use Salesforce. I generate the lead, they're interested, I reach out to them via email, they don't respond. I text them, they don't respond. I send them a bomb video, they finally respond. Yay, now I've got them in the works. Now I'm having to convert with them, have conversations with them, qualify them 8 to 12 times. So you should have at all times in your mind this enormous funnel, this enormous pipeline of opportunity. And get the one or two and the three that want to do something right now and work with them. But all the real money is over here. I use BombBomb as an example because I just had this happen to me a couple weeks ago. With BombBomb, you shoot a video, it gets emailed to the client, and when they open up the email, bing, right, I get a little notification. And then when they watch the video, bing, I get a little notification. Well, I'm getting on an airplane to fly to Vegas, and all of a sudden my phone, ding, my Gmail account goes off, and it was a person I sent a video to a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago. Bing, they just watched my video. What did I do? Hey, I'm about to hop on an airplane, just thinking about you. You just watched my video? Yeah, that's how good it is. You with me on this? Like, if you don't have the structure of whether it's Contactually or Boomtown or some platform that you're using, some CRM that you buy into with an understanding that I'm going to follow up on these people 8, 10, 12, 15, 35 times because that's how you earn people's respect and trust and win their business. It's not, I followed up on you once. That's what every agent does. And every agent makes no money. You with me on this? If you want to be an anomaly in this business, you got to act like an anomaly. You got to do the things like the model of what the very best people do. They have campaigns in place. Number 2, they lack the awareness. People just simply lack the awareness. This may be the first time that you're saying, oh my goodness, like really? Like Ferry, 68% of all potential customers are converted after 8 to 12 conversations. And you're exactly right. I have no leads, 5 leads, no leads, 5 leads. And I find the one or two and I work with them aggressively and then I babysit my escrow and then I have nothing and I start over, right? If that's the way you've been operating, think about how important this is. Just the awareness that you're leaving a fortune on the table should create a little motive to act. Ready? Number 3. I love this one. People too often settle for layups when a blowout is possible. You know what I'm talking about? Like you get the Glengarry lead, you close the deal, but what's available is an absolute blowout, meaning you handle your 1 escrow, your 2 escrows, your 3 sales for the month, but what was available inside your follow-up and your nurturing was 8 to 10 transactions. Right? That's what I mean. Like you settle for the layup when a blowout, 20, 30 point victory is absolutely available for you. That's a mindset I want you to adopt. Now, 3 recommendations and we're done. Number 1, select a follow-up platform. I love Contactually. I love Boomtown. I love Zillow's app. I love pretty much any CRM that you're using that you're maybe not totally utilizing where you can say, follow up on this person every 3 days for the next 16 weeks, right? And it gives me the option to email, mail, call, text, or do something in terms of social, right? Like, as long as I can do that, it's a good program. Number 2, you want to decide what is your formula. Kyle Whissel, right, is doing at Summit his basically like 10-week campaign. Let's upload the slides to this show for all of our Tom Ferry watchers, right? You're gonna love this. Like Kyle Whissel is on pace to sell, 450, 500 homes this year, his team. He is a master of follow-up. So a little Tom Ferry bonus, because I'm thinking about it right now, is we're gonna upload that. So make sure you check the link if you're on my YouTube channel. It means you probably have to go back to my Facebook page, Coach Tom Ferry, and download it there, or just somewhere on tomferry.com on our blog, right? because I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. Just use Kyle's model and you're going to follow up and you're going to win more often. And then the last thing, number 3, is start to track and measure. And what I mean by that specifically is I want you to start saying, I generated this lead in January of 2016 and I had 27 attempts to reach them. I spoke to them 9 times, and on the 9th time, they finally decided to list their home with me. So you can begin to see your own numbers right up here and what's available. Stop settling for layups when blowouts are available. This is your time, and all the money is in conversion. Watch this 2 or 3 times, share it with a couple of your buddies, get your peer group on board with this. Hey, we're gonna follow up and we're gonna convert and we're gonna act like anomalies and we're gonna become the dominant agents in our marketplace because we're willing to do what the average person simply won't do, which is talk to people 1 or 2 times, and if they don't readily jump up and give you their business, you with me? Like, let's start being the agent that goes deeper, that falls in love with their opportunities, that nurtures their opportunities, that works with them over time. So you're building up this just enormous equity of transactions and customers to work with. That's the game, my friends. It's a little different thinking, but just look at the math. And then download Whistle's little PowerPoint, however we give it to you, and enjoy that, and don't reinvent the wheel. Thanks so much for watching. Remember always, your strategy matters, and now more than ever, you're losing more money than you're earning, and let's do something about it. Thanks for watching. If you love what you're seeing here, then click the button below to join our online community absolutely free. Thanks so much.